We all have things that we don't like doing that we really wish we liked. Maybe it's studying or schoolwork. Maybe it's learning a new musical instrument. Think how much easier our lives would be if we did like them. Imagine if all these things became exciting for you and you were enthusiastic about them, how much better your life would be. Well, in this video, I'm going to show you a strategy that I recently learned, which has helped me to do just that. It helped me to be more productive and consistent with the things that I know I should be doing. If you are new to the channel, welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for checking out my video. And if you're a returning viewer, then it's great to have you back. There's something in my life that I didn't particularly like doing. I wanted to enjoy it, but I just didn't. And I knew I had to change it. It's actually quite tough to admit, especially as I'm sitting here making YouTube videos. So I think it was almost a year ago now that I originally decided I wanted to start a YouTube channel, but it took me a really long time to work up the courage to do it. Once I eventually got the courage up to do it, I knew that my videos weren't perfect. I knew that my camera presence wasn't great. I enjoyed being on camera. I enjoyed the creative process of planning videos, writing out the scripts, and there's nothing more satisfying than hitting that publish button once you've got the video done. But when it actually came to editing the videos, that for me felt really difficult and felt like a bit of a grind. And I think one of the key reasons for that was because I just am not very good at it. Because I've not really done it before, it's totally new to me. And it just didn't come naturally, editing videos, and it takes a lot longer than people think. I'm actually using Windows Video Editor that came installed on my laptop, which doesn't make things any easier. I'm gonna treat myself to some new software when I get to 100 subs.
Oh yeah!
I knew I wanted to make videos, but how do I get motivated to edit them when I know I just don't like doing it? What's the answer? Anyone? Oh no, wait, that's me. I've got the answer, sorry. I'll get to that now. Did I just need to wait until I got really good at editing? I think that's going to take a long time, so that's not really an answer. Do I just need to upgrade right now and buy the fancy software? I don't think that's going to help. So I read Atomic Habits recently by James Clear. He said something that was really interesting and it made me totally change the way I was approaching tasks I didn't like. He makes the point that habits that we don't like doing, things that we don't enjoy, they're hard work when you're doing them. When you finish doing the activity, there's no immediate reward. So if I go to the gym and do an hour-long workout, I don't walk out with the body I wanted. I'm going to the gym because I want to have a particular physique or I want to get fit. I don't leave with those results immediately. There's no immediate reward. If you're studying for an exam or you're studying for a degree, when you finish that 3-hour session of hard studying, do you have the degree? Do you suddenly pass the exam? No, there's all that hard work, but there's no reward at the end. However, the things that are easy for us to do, watch an episode of Netflix. You want to be entertained, you watch it, your reward is immediate entertainment. When you're scrolling through social media, there's no effort practically from you at all, but the whole time you're getting little dopamine hits every time someone likes your post, every time you see content that you enjoy, and all you have to do is look. It takes no effort and there's that immediate satisfaction and reward. What you need to do is you need to engineer the way that your reward system works. What does that actually mean and how can we put it into practice? This doesn't mean that every time you go to the gym, you have a pint of beer. So when I was a lot younger, I used to play a lot of video games and it's not something I've done a lot as an adult, but actually recently I've got back into it again. Rather than playing video games for 4 hours, I could maybe do 2 hours of editing. I could then go to the gym and I could still have an hour to play video games, but it's difficult to be motivated to break up your time in that way. As I say, when these other things are so difficult to execute and there's no instant reward at the end. Picture how my life looks a couple of months ago. My daughter's just fallen asleep. It's 9 o'clock in the evening. I've got a few hours to myself. On my left, I've got my PlayStation controller. On my right, I've got my laptop and a load of video clips that need to be edited together. It's difficult to be motivated to go to the computer and edit. And what would often happen is I'd pick up the PlayStation controller, I'd think, you know what, I'm just gonna play video games for like an hour and then I'm gonna edit afterwards. And then suddenly it's midnight, I've made loads of progress on my video game, but I've not done any editing at all. And that is not what I wanted. So what I decided to do and what I learned from this Atomic Habits book is that we can actually leverage our guilty pleasures to ensure that we use those as part of our reward system for executing the habits that we don't like doing. So in my example, what I decided to do, I set up a system. If I edit for 1 hour, I will then reward myself immediately with half an hour of video games. If I edit for 2 hours, I'll reward myself with 1 hour of video games. All the editing I do, I get half that time back as a reward in video game playing. For this to work, you need to ensure that the reward only comes after the activity. So if I play video games in the morning and at lunchtime and after I edit, I don't think this strategy is going to work. The video games need to be reserved as specifically a reward for executing the habit of editing videos in my case. It's actually worked really, really well. I thought it would feel quite difficult and forced at first, like, okay, I've finished editing now, so pick up the controller but actually it felt really good and quite natural from the start. The first evening I sat down to do this, I set my computer up and I thought, right, 1 hour of editing and I've got half an hour of gameplay. Right, let's get my sleeves rolled up and get stuck in. And suddenly there was just this little bit of enthusiasm. But actually a few other things happened as a result of implementing this strategy that I didn't expect at all. The first one being that I found, because I wanted to play video games for as long as possible, that meant I had to edit for as long as possible, which actually meant through this strategy, I spent far more time editing than I used to. Before, I would get a load of video clips and I think, right, I need to edit this video as quickly as I can to get the editing out of the way. Let's just get it done. Let's just smash through it. But now I'm thinking, okay, well, if I take an hour to do this rather than half an hour, or if I take 2 hours rather than 1 hour, that's going to equal more video game time. The result of that is that I'm spending more time editing my videos, so I'm editing them to a higher standard. Maybe not much higher, I'll leave you guys to be the judge of that. And now I was actually starting to look forward to editing. Like, I want to edit my videos because I know that editing equals video games. And the best bit was, it equals guilt-free video game playing. Like, I'm not going to be sitting there thinking, I should be editing, or I should be doing this, I should be doing that, because I've earned that now. That's like my reward. I actually play video games far less now than I did before. I'm starting to actually appreciate the craft of editing videos. Like, there's an art to this, and I know that my skills are very, very low and I've got a long, long way to go. But when I watch people's videos and they're edited and I think, oh, I'm looking at videos in a different way now, that's a good idea. I want to do that in my next video. And I want to constantly improve what I'm doing. And I'm actually finding that I'm not even that bothered about playing video games as much now. Like, I still do it. When I finish editing, I still give myself that reward. I'm not as pulled towards it now like I was before, because I actually want to edit my videos, which is great, right? I'm feeling enthused to do this now. Think, how can you leverage your guilty pleasures? What can you use to your advantage to get yourself motivated, to get yourself enthused? So you want to get enthused for a workout, right? But you're obsessed with this show on Netflix. It's simple. 1 workout equals 1 episode. Before you know it, you're going to be doing a lot of exercise. Maybe you need to study for an upcoming exam, but you just can't stop browsing YouTube videos. So 1 hour of revision equals 1 10-minute YouTube video, for example. Clock up the hours of revision and then you get more YouTube time. Maybe you want to do a journal entry before bed, but you find it difficult to get motivated to do it. And you love taking hot bubble baths. Well, great. That hot bubble bath is going to be your reward for getting your journal entry done. All of us have things that we love. They don't achieve that much other than relax us and entertain us, okay? We need to leverage these things, okay? These things can be used to make you more productive, to get things done, to get in better shape. And you don't know what other benefits you're going to find along the way. Let me know in the comments what you're struggling to get motivated for, and let's see if we can work out what you can leverage. We all have things we don't like that we want to enjoy. This strategy can make you enjoy them. I promise you that. You just need to think about what you can leverage specifically. So let me know in the comments what it's going to be, and let's make sure that we continue to achieve crazy things and that we stay productive. You're wondering if you should subscribe. Well, the answer is yes, you should absolutely subscribe. I'm on a journey to try and become the most productive version of myself, to achieve my maximum potential and to become great at all the things I care about. And as I go on this journey, I'm going to be sharing everything I learn with you guys, hoping that I can help someone to achieve more than they thought possible along the way. We can all achieve incredible things. I really believe that. All of us, every single person. But it's just a case of understanding how we unlock our potential and how we become the best version of ourselves. Like, I don't have all the answers. I don't even have half the answers. But I'm trying to get them, and I'm trying to go down that path to become the best version of myself that I can. And as I go on this journey, I'm going to be sharing it with you guys, and maybe you'll learn something as well. So hit subscribe if you haven't already. If that sounds interesting, you know what to do. Until next time,